Hello, I'm Dr. Ross Walker and welcome to the checkup. Hello, Dr. Ross Walker and welcome to the checkup. I'd like to finish off my discussion of the causes of dementia with some of the less well-known causes and a couple of very common causes that a lot of people don't even consider. So we've all heard of the condition Parkinson's disease, and Parkinson's disease has a whole lot of other associations with it which may lead to dementia. So there's a thing called Lewy body dementia, which is very commonly associated with features of Parkinson's disease. But also people who have long-standing Parkinson's disease can lead on to get a dementia that very much simulates normal dementia or maybe even Lewy body dementia as well. But there's a whole lot of syndromes around this. And this is why when anyone has features of dementia, they shouldn't just say, oh, look, I've got Alzheimer's disease, nothing more can be done about it. You must make a diagnosis and you must do something about it. But making the firm diagnosis of the cause is very, very important for reasons I'll talk about in a second as well. So there are some other things. I think there's a thing called normal pressure hydrocephalus, which can also affect the brain, but that is absolutely reversible and treatable. So this is why everyone who is starting to get symptoms and signs of dementia, mild cognitive impairment, the early features of dementia, should be having an MRI of their brain to see if there is some other potential causes or whether there's just clear-cut evidence of straightforward dementia. So making that diagnosis is really important. But also there is a pretty rare cause of dementia called Creutzfeld disease. Now, most of you haven't heard of that before, but you have heard of mad cow disease, which is exactly the same condition. And it's interesting that two cows were chatting at a barbecue, and one cow said to the other cow, you know, I'm really worried about mad cow disease. And the other cow said, I'm not, I'm a penguin. Just a manifestation there of mad cow disease. So it is important that these diagnoses are being made as well, because you have to exclude other conditions. But two very common causes of dementia, which don't get enough attention, are any toxin-induced dementia. And the biggest toxin there is one many people use, which is alcohol. So people who consistently have more than 2 standard drinks of alcohol a day can set themselves up for alcohol-induced dementia. So a lot of people are given a diagnosis of vascular dementia or Alzheimer's disease, and it's basically just too much grog. And it's not just grog, it can be other toxins as well, such as marijuana. So people who use a lot of marijuana can get a dementing type illness, and also the use of other illegal drugs such as ecstasy, cocaine, a dreadful thing, ice. So any of those drugs can lead on to dementia. Interestingly, the most commonly used drug on the planet reduces your risk for dementia. What's that? It's a thing called coffee. A couple of cups of coffee a day reduces your risk for dementia. And then finally, I just want to finish off on another very common cause of dementia, which is what we call chronic traumatic encephalopathy. And that's getting recurrent bangs on the head from some sort of trauma, whether it's road accidents or the very common sport trauma. We're hearing a lot of attention now being given to athletes who've developed this CTE or chronic traumatic encephalopathy from recurrent head trauma. So the key point I'm making from all of these discussions around dementia is we need to make an accurate diagnosis and then specifically direct our treatment at that diagnosis. That's the checkup. We'll talk to you next week.